測っとく？
そう。
どうや、このために演劇部で借りてきた白衣の天使。ここまですれば朝日も太刀打ちできんはず。
ねえ、体温計あるならさっきも使ってください。
私が予備で持ってきた女医の衣装、何を勝手に。そっちの方が当たりやったか。
Episode number 6. This was a hilarious episode. I got taken out with the Asahi freaking I got taken out, okay, with the Mona and Asahi combo, with the Dr. Chan, Nurse Chan. I got taken out. I was like, okay. One of the things I had said early on with this show, okay, was my worry about the Mona going after Medaka and the teasing and, you know, the shtick that the show has, which is very much like Medaka being like this, like, ugh, like stink-faced, you know, trying to control himself, and then Mona pushing the barriers. One of my concerns was like, will that get old? And how much can they not flip it, but like, how much can they do with that concept before it becomes unfunny or it does end up becoming old? And my excitement or the thing I'm happy with is that we never had to get to that point, because before we even got to that point, what the show did was like, it went, boom, here's Asahi, here's another love interest who also loves Medaka, who is kind of crazy about him and who's kind of willing to really, like, because she doesn't quite understand, like, this is her first love, this is her first crush, this is her first love at first sight, she's kind of willing to push the barriers. Like, I mean, she's kind of willing to bear it all a little bit. She's willing to do cosplay. Like, she's willing to kind of announce the fact that she likes him, not in front of him, but in front of other people. She's totally okay with telling Mona to her face, like, I'm going to beat you. Like, I'm going to win this thing. So just that alone makes her, like, a menace, you know? And because Mona is also willing to do, like, there's almost nothing's off the table. Like, you know, obviously, if it starts to skew into sexual, you know, she questions it a bit. You know, it hasn't moved there. But kind of anything prior to that, like, everything's on the table. But she's doing it without realizing how much she's also in love already. And I love how Asahi not only added a twist to this bigger drama, but I also love how Asahi's making Mona wake up to the fact that she also might be in love with Medaka. Because she's like, no, I'm just trying to make him fall for my charms and fall for me. But in doing so, she's hardcore falling for him. And she hasn't quite, I mean, she did now, but she didn't quite grasp that before. But now Asahi has woken her up to it. And that has introduced a whole new element to the show. And them together, Asahi and Mona combo, is just really hilarious. Like, the fact that Mona was monologuing after she went and became Nurse Mona, and she was monologuing internally of, like, how dare she touch my other cosplay, and should I have went with the doctor? Was the doctor the better choice? And she has no shame. She didn't even ask me. She just went for it. She's like, oh, she's a rival. And then Asahi, you know, when they talk later on, Asahi was like calling out what she was thinking internally. And she was like, just call me by my name, dude. Like, you don't need to throw in my last name. I bet you only call me Asahi in your head. Like, just do that when you talk to me. And I was like, God dang. So Asahi's personality is, like, so favorable and so awesome. But then she becomes goopy goop when she sees Medaka. And then also extends to the fact that she doesn't really have skills either. Like, Mona has, like, the skills to, like, cook and, like, housewife kind of just, like, stuff. And she doesn't have that, which is also hilarious, too. So it's just introduced this really, really, really entertaining element to the show, which is really enjoyable and really, really funny. So I'm really having a good time with this one. with them nursing him back to health, and then with Mona basically falling, and it ended with her being sick and realizing like, oh my god, how did he carry me? Like that is just hilarious. Next episode is called Lock Screen with him, so that's going to be an interesting thing. It'll probably be either Mona or Asahi or both taking pictures with him and becoming like their lock screen or making him change it to his lock screen or something like that. So that's going to be a fun time too. But yeah, this episode was like a 9 out of 10. It was extremely, extremely funny and extremely entertaining. So Asahi's kind of best girl too. I really like her a lot. If I were in his shoes, or if I were in his shoes to choose between these two, Asahi would definitely be the one for sure. I like her. She's just... So yeah, I'll see you guys next week, my friends, for episode number 7, and we'll see what that has in store for us. Peace.